Hey guys, welcome back to the lounge. It's me, Abena, your midwife, coming your way with another health talk. Yes, so on today's show, as usual, I'm going to talk about one health issue, or I'm going to give you some health tips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Don't forget to also tell someone about our health show. This will help someone also learn some few tips. Who knows what someone will be needing. Well, on today's health show, we are going to talk about emergency contraceptive pills, also known as after morning pills. Basically, I'm going to talk about emergency contraceptives. Yes, so there are variety or different types of family planning methods. We have the oral contraceptive pills, we have the implants, we have the IUDs, the condoms, the calendar methods, and a whole lot. But on today's show, I'm going to dive deeper into emergency contraceptives, and then in subsequent shows, I'll be talking about the other methods until we dissolve everything. So stay tuned and don't miss out on any of these shows. So what is an emergency contraceptive pill? An emergency contraceptive or an emergency contraceptive pill, basically that's what we all know, but then we have different types. So aside the pills, we have other devices or methods that can also be used as emergency contraceptive. So these contraceptives are used to prevent unintended pregnancy after unprotected sexual intercourse, or after you have a missed or a failure in one of the contraceptive methods. For instance, someone will need an emergency contraceptive when there is a breakage in a condom. Who knows, you could be ovulating and that could cause pregnancy. Someone could also be taking oral contraceptive pills but would have missed a day or two, which can predispose the person to a high rate of getting pregnant. Therefore, there's a need for emergency contraceptive pills. There's also, on the other hand, our brothers and sisters who have unprotected sex without any contraceptive method. This person will need a contraceptive pill or a contraceptive device to prevent unintended pregnancy. So basically, the purpose is to prevent pregnancy. We should bear it in mind that emergency contraception does not prevent us from getting STIs. It only prevents you from getting unintended pregnancy. Therefore, it is always ideal to have a backup plan, which is the condoms. So emergency contraceptive pills, they act by delaying ovulation or inhibiting ovulation or preventing the fusion of the egg and the sperm. Therefore, when you take emergency contraceptive pill, it slows down the ovulation or it delays the ovulation so that pregnancy does not occur. Yes. So these emergency contraceptive pills do not act as abortion pills. They just prevent pregnancy. Therefore, if there has already been a fertilized egg or if there has already been fertilization, pregnancy will still progress. It's not going to distract the pregnancy. It's not going to do anything to the pregnancy at all. There's a little rate or there's a low percentage of emergency contraceptive pills preventing implantation of eggs. And even with that, it sometimes leads to ectopic pregnancies. But this is just a little rate or a little percentage of people having to experience that. There are various types of emergency contraceptive pills. There are various types of the pills on our markets. You do not need a prescription to buy this. Therefore, it is easy for you to get access to them. We should make good use of them. We have the Lydia, the Levron 2, the Posno 2, and a whole lot. You can get them over the counter, or you can get them from pharmacies or family planning units. Most of the time when you buy these pills, I don't have a sample here, but I'll show them to you in subsequent videos. When you buy these pills, some of them contain 2 tablets, which should be taken in 12 hours interval. So if you take one 6 in the morning, you take the other pill 6 in the evening. And some of them have just one pill, so you take them as soon as possible, as soon as you can. So these pills work effectively when it is taken on time. You do not have to wait for a long time before taking these pills. You know, fertilization occurs within just 24 hours. So if you ovulate in the morning, by tomorrow or by the next day, fertilization would have occurred if there is a sperm. And the reason why emergency contraceptive pills should be taken as soon as possible is because the sperms, probably you wouldn't have ovulated, but the sperms can stay in you for as long as 5 days. Therefore, to make it super effective, within the first 3 days of having unprotected sex, you take this emergency contraceptive pills. But the fact that you took an emergency contraceptive pill 3 days ago doesn't mean it will work for you when you have unprotected sex in the next 2 days. Fine, it works for some people, but because it delays ovulation, but it doesn't work for everybody. You have to go by the rule. You have to have a backup plan. You need to have another contraceptive method you are using or you are on, because these emergency contraceptive pills cannot protect you for a long time. It just protects unintended pregnancy within the few hours or within a few days you take them. Yes, so with emergency contraceptive pills, after taking them, there are a few side effects which are really minor and which can be left untreated because they go away on their own. We have nausea and vomiting, we have irregular menstrual cycle, we have lower abdominal pain, which we all know, or which we all call cramps. Yes, and then sometimes when you take these emergency contraceptive pills, you can have headache or you can feel a bit feverish. So with the nausea and vomiting, headache and all, it can go on their own. And then with the irregular menstrual cycles, you notice that if you normally take emergency contraceptive pills, you notice that sometimes you bleed twice in a month. And if you normally have heavy flows, it will be a bit lighter, especially with the pills. It will be a bit lighter than usual. But with the intrauterine devices, which can also be used as emergency contraceptives, which should be inserted ideally within 5 days. When you use the intrauterine devices, the side effects of it is that it causes heavy bleeding and lower abdominal pains. But in our setting, these devices are usually not used as emergency contraceptive pills, but they are really ideal because after the insertion in a hospital, it can be in situ for as long as 10 years, for as long as 5 years, until you want to take them off. So it doesn't only serve as an emergency contraceptive, it also serves as a long-term contraceptive method. Therefore, it is also ideal to use that. With our normal emergency contraceptive pills, it is not ideal to take them often. Fine, even though it doesn't interrupt with your fertility or it doesn't cause infertility, it is ideal not to take them often, because just like other contraceptive method which contains hormones, it can predispose you to high hormonal levels, which can also lead to cancer, which is a very low percentage. I'm not saying it leads to cancer, but it is ideal to take it once in a while, occasionally. It shouldn't be a regular contraceptive method for you. It should be an occasional something. Therefore, we know that these pills are very effective. 7 out of 8 people who take these pills, it works for them. It prevents unintended pregnancies. It is really, really, really effective if you take it within the first 3 days of having unprotected sex. So if these pills are taken and let's say you are supposed to menstruate today and after 3 weeks you still haven't seen your period, please, you should know that probably a pregnancy has taken place. You need to take a pregnancy test. Therefore, you need to read the leaflet. You need to follow the guide as to how to take the pills. Usually, some people take the pills and they vomit. If you take the pills and you vomit, it is ideal to take within 2 hours. If you take the pills within 2 hours, you vomit, it means it really hasn't taken effect. It is ideal you repeat the dose or you take the pills again. Don't take the 2 pills at a time. It works for some people, but it is best you take it within 12-hour intervals. I'm glad you watched today's video. I'll be back with more tips on our family planning methods and how to go about them. If you have any questions on emergency contraceptives or emergency contraceptive pills, do well to put them in the comment section. All your questions will be answered. Don't forget to also subscribe to this page, tell someone about this channel, like, and then share. Who knows, someone will need this video. You can as well visit me on Instagram if you have any questions on just_Abena. You can send me a DM there if you would want to talk about any health issues. Stay tuned and I'll be back with more. This is Abena, your midwife. Bye.